Hey guys, it's Alex from Sporty Afros. I'm going to give you some quick hair and nutrition tips for the new year. One of the things that I hear from a lot of different people, they want to have all these different vitamins to grow their hair, but actually if you just eat the right kinds of food, they are packed with vitamins already for your hair. So instead of buying a hair growth pill that's maybe like $30 or $40, I'll show you an inexpensive way not only to have this naturally organic and cheap, but really easy to store for at least 2 weeks. So as most of you guys know or don't know yet, Sporty Afros is really big on moisturizing the hair. So as on the outside, you have your good G+ spray and you're spraying your hair and it's working, but all of a sudden, you know, you see something that's different in your hair growth that's coming in, or a change. And a lot of times it can be something simple as that's happened with you, whether it's been stress or in your nutrition. One of the things that I want to recommend is having more green vegetables for this year. Yes, green vegetables are your new best friend. The reason why is because they are packed with so much water. That is a huge thing. And just like people are adding so much water on your hair and moisturizes it, you want to make sure that your body has just as much water as well. And that's an easy way to have it without drinking gallon after gallon of water every day. So one of the benefits for having green vegetables is it's packed also with vitamin A and C, which help increase the production of sebum, which helps decrease dandruff and also increase strong and shiny hair. So not only will you have the green vegetables going in to help promote hair growth and shininess, but also the Sporty Afro products or whatever products you choose to help moisturize your hair on the outside. It's a win-win. So some of the different vegetables that I like to do, green vegetables I like, and I'm going to show you some tips on how to store them, is dandelion greens and spinach. I've had this for about a week now. I like to store spinach and dandelion greens because I use these mainly in my juice, along with kale. They're probably 3 greens that I use in my juice on a weekly basis. If dandelion is on sale and kale is not, I'm going for the dandelion. So that's how it works. What I do, I store them in a plastic bag and I put water in it. If you can tell, I added more water so you guys can see it on the video, but it has more water in it because it actually, the leaves are still fresh, so it absorbs the water, which means that it won't dry out. The principle goes, when you go to the grocery store and you see the vegetable section and the produce section, you always watch out and you're always, you know, running around like I am, not trying to put your hand or hair into the where the produce is, because the sprinklers will come on. Well, what happens is that it actually adds that, you know, amount of water so that the vegetables won't dry out from sitting outside. So it's the same principle when you do this. So things that I juice with, so my dandelion greens and short leaves such as spinach, I like to do that. But for my big greens like kale, I do this. Actually, I'm gonna backtrack. I am semi-sick, getting over it. So I went to Natural Groceries. This is my big box. It's filled with greens. That's another set of kale. Have another thing of spinach. Normally I go to farmer's market here and get spinach because it's so good. But they're just packed with different greens, and greens also help boost your immune system. So if you're sick, promise you, eat like probably a cup full of cooked spinach. You will feel 10 times better. But anyway, so I go there and just put everything in a box, take it home. And for this, for the bigger leaves like kale, and for kale, and this is a different version of kale. It's the longer, it looks like collard greens. You could do this with Swiss chard or anything like that. I use a base, and I have filled it more on purpose for you, so you guys can see it easier. But I fill it to about normally here, 1/3 of where the stem is, with water, and this will last so long, and it keeps it fresh. So whenever I need to cut it or chop it or whatever I need to do, I just pull it out, put the rest in there, and I go on. Same thing with traditional kale. Same principle. I have to put more water in it because that base is, you know, really tall. So if you're that's a really easy way of storing them and keeping them, and they last longer. Another tip, obviously that's a base for flowers or whatever you want to use it for. I reuse those glass containers. This was from mild banana pepper rings I had. I still can't take all the stuff off, but I've cleaned it. And I use this for parsley and small greens or seasonings that and keep them fresh. And the same principle, just fill it up with water. I don't really use tap water. Even when I'm cooking, I have a purifier, and I also use pH balanced water. My parents have an alkaline machine, and so I am fortunate for having some of their benefits. But even if you don't, simply just have your, I wouldn't recommend using tap water because of the difference in pH, and some people's tap water is not spring, or it might end up being really hard. So if you can, just, you know, use your pitcher or Brita filter or whatever, or bottled, well, not really bottled water, but whatever Brita, the filter water, and use it because it'll last much longer. So that's my quick tip. Hopefully that will help encourage you to not only have strong hair on the outside, but create stronger hair from the inside out. So if you have any questions, definitely let me know. I will try to post a couple of recipes or my favorite links to things that I've cooked with or used green vegetables for. So I know I have a juice, and I'll try to do a video on that if you guys want that one. But I have the recipe for a juice for boosting immunity and also growing hair. And then I am going to actually go and cook me some kale right now. Very easy, 5 seconds. I cook everything in a wok with lemon juice, coconut amino acids, garlic, and a little salt, pink salt. I like pink salt. So that's about it. If you have any questions, definitely let me know. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, all at Sporty Afros. And of course, you can find all my cooking, unique salads, recipes, and all that stuff in my daily life on my personal Instagram at Alexandria Will. Okay? Hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if you want to have more in the future. Bye.